up, Red? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Hannah Mario. Oh no. Gee. Oh, the vortex. The vortices were terrible. We haven't been on with our daily vortices show in a while, huh, Red? Why? It's because it's the vortices is drawn away from just it's just too much. Too much. It's been too much. Just too much. Can't even talk about it. Can't tongue tied trying to talk about it. Yeah, you dig it, huh? You understand, don't you? All right. You totally get what I'm going through, huh? Do you? No. You will never know what it's like to feel anger, to have felt anger. Says that the worst feeling we ever knew from the start of all time was anger. And we're still feeling it. Ron comes out all the time. Anger. Trying to subdue that anger. So, Rocky, Rocky. Yesterday was terrible. Oh, actually, see, Sundays, what we've been trying to do is Sundays, been trying to just take it easy. Oh, you want some? Oh, it's empty. I gotta go get another one. Wait, right there. I'm getting this more. Oh, that's empty too. Gotta make some more. Well, go back in the chair. Nobody wants to look at an empty chair. There you go. All right, now just wait for me right there. Just hang. I'll make some more coffee. Another vortex. So we wake up yesterday. We wake up yesterday, finally saying we can take it easy, right? And okay, so it started out nice, nothing going on, um, nobody bothering us to repair, nobody wanting any services rendered, nobody wanted my attention. The person, how about the person that who we are in the employ of, okay, hadn't requested uh, um, our attention, and that was a good thing, because Sundays are the days. Well, it worked like this. Karen, our beloved Karen, this one here. Karen, spouse, 22 years. Spouse for 22 years. Passed away from prescription medicine. Accidental overdose. So, accidental overdose from prescription meds, and she passed away back in 2013, January 20th. 2013. We'll never get over it. Never, ever, ever. It was in this place. We stay here because we feel close. See? That's why we never moved out of here. We couldn't. Can't. Don't ever want to. With the exception of space cities. We get that done. We get everybody off the planet too. If I go, we go. If I go out of here, everyone's going too. Unless you want to live like the Native Americans. But anyway, so it started out good. We woke up and it's well sun. See, oh, let me get back into first before I get into that. It was a Sunday when she passed away. August, she came into this world, 1962, August 25th. It was a Saturday. Then prescription medicine accidental overdose took her on a Sunday. Quite a few years later, but still, it was like one day and the next day. One day she's here, next day she's gone. See? And we'll never get over it. So Sundays are sacred. Sundays are a day that we've come. See, there's been others that we've known that went and on the other side. Many friends have died and passed away and so on. In the 61 years we've been around, even though we don't look 61 because we're healthy and all that. But, we've been around that many years, and a lot of people, we've seen a lot of people go. And then there's a lot of people that, in the news reports, the hundreds of people in the wars and the hundreds and thousands of people who died. And my heart hurts for every one of them that have had to pass. So Sundays are that day. The Sundays are the day that we go inside. We like to be. We just want to be here with Karen and give our respects to the dead, all of the dead, everyone who's ever died, for whatever reason. Everyone. So what happens is, it started out okay. Let me tell you how the day went. Okay, so started out okay. We slept a lot. We woke up pretty early. We got into trying to just take it easy for the day, and we got into this art project. Turn it this way so you can see me, and I can see you, and I can talk to you. So we got into this art project. Look, you can't see nothing but my body. Okay. For our friend next door, we're making this for her wall. For their wall over there. How pretty this is going to be. I know you can't see it. You need some light. Here, there's some light. See, look. This piece from a hat box. And her name is Katrina. She goes by Kat and K-A-T. And here's some C-A-Ts for K-A-Ts. And all done in glitter, and it's all going to be pretty. So we got to work on this for a while. This is a 420 always clock. See, look, see where it says 420 there? Right here it says 420, and the hands are just stuck. It doesn't require batteries. Anyway, um, so it's a wall ornament clock. So we started on that. We was able to move that along. Was feeling good about that. Doing something that's been, hanging out. See, part of this whole place here, this mess we got going on. It's all about, these are building materials and stuff. Projects, things that are waiting to be happen, but and need time to implement. And without time to implement, we have no. Without time to implement, it just gets worse because doing stuff for everyone else. For these people that this, it's a labor trade thing. I can't get into the details, but basically, sometimes it's overwhelmed. Well, it's not that it was overwhelming. It's the sun taking the Sunday. I'm trying to take a day, and I've been days without a break doing this repairs and stuff, whatever. And you've seen a lot of these videos. I quit putting all those videos out there. Put enough of that crap out. Just show you what I end up having to do on a daily basis. Okay, get away from that. Or if that'll calm down, which it will he's been building his little mobile home empire, and after we got one more space to build and it's all done, and then it's easy cruising, because then all we have to do is worry about the emergency repairs and stuff. Okay, and then the labor goes way down. That'll be a lot better for me. But in the meantime, he's been building these things, and he's been requesting a lot of us, and more than what would be consumerate of what the trade value is. But we're looking at it like possible. We're looking at it like labor trade, as in not all of it is all taken in labor trade. We're looking at some of it as sweat equity. If we don't get frustrated and walk away from it first, like so many other projects we have had go on. Tracer Fox Band, to name one. So-called sweat equity we walked away from. There's been lots of them. Lots and lots of opportunities we walked away from to earn this collective sweat equity value later. We walked away from it because they turned into dicks. Okay. Anyway, so we're trying to hang on to this one, because a little bit, because the end value could be. There's a lot of perks, and there's a lot of little side perks, and the end value is worth it, I think, in the long run. But just getting through it sometimes is a tough one. So here we are, taking Sunday. We got that work done. We were able to finish. It's ready. It's uploaded, ready to publish. We're ready to. We haven't decided this. We haven't decided on a date for the premiere, but it's the Masked Man karaoke parody. Wear your mask, man. Yeah, wear your mask, man. Okay, so anyway. Ooh, that needs some sugar in it. I didn't put sugar in it. You know what? We're going to make a vortice out of it. We're going to put it in the container and put some zipper on it. Go. Okay, so I got those things done. It was good. And then I took a nap, and I'd been sleeping. We'd been asleep, taking a nap, and then we woke up, and our friend next door had sent just right over as we're waking up. It was really a lot of timing thing. We weren't bothered by being. Come over. Says send her son over to say come over visit. Okay, that's fine. For a visit like that, for a minute, no problem. We'll go visit. Okay. Now, here's what happened. Just as we're going out the door, so I could have, and I didn't have any clothes on, so we put this dress on, cute dress on. Ooh, baby. Ooh, like how that looks. Ooh, baby. Ooh. On the other side of Mars, where Elon Musk wants to colonize. Okay, back to thing. Okay, where we were was now the just as we got dressed and we went out the door. As we're going out the door, this is why we're kind of agoraphobic in a way. We go out the door, and right as we're going out the door, here comes one of the people that have been working with on this system. In our in the string of people that one of the people that actually was hired to help do some of this work. Okay, a job on this job that we're trying to get this unit converted. Okay, so here they come and say, "Oh yeah, you want to be right away. You need to go have the talk." And it's Sunday. I don't want to do nothing. It's Sunday. I'm trying to take a day of solace. That's what we use Sundays for. Sundays are a day of solace. We just relax, and if we do an art project, or if we do anything at all, it'll be something that will move along this household, this situation we're trying to have here. This our movie set household slash studio slash the thing we need for our mental health to be done. Okay, that place, our domain. This domain needs to be completed for the mental health. Don't have enough time because of you have to have. See, that's the thing. So when the time comes back, when I get some more time, still get the bennies, we're okay. We'll be happy with this. See what I'm saying? So the thing is that when we when we uh, when we don't get the time, we don't get it done. So and then, but now, so here's Sunday comes along. We are on Sunday chilling out, and we go out. And the first thing they want to see us. Well, see, we're trying to get over to go visit neighbor, right over there, and for a minute, because the neighbor wanted us to come over, and man, I'm looking ragged. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, so the neighbor wanted to come in, and we wanted to go see the neighbor and come out the door. Then we're going to go right away, pulled away. Got to be pulled away to go talk to him. When it turns out, after we got there, it's like, oh, it didn't have to be that day right away. Could have just called him on the phone for what he wanted, and should have called him on the phone. But, well, see, I had just woken up. My brain's on wanting to go see the neighbor. I'm not thinking about nothing else, but just want to go see the neighbor. We're thinking we're going to just get, or we're going to go smoke some marijuana. See, on the Sunday, that's okay. You can bother. You come and visit me and and smoke marijuana with me. That's okay. We don't mind that interruption. Oh, no matter what we're doing, we don't mind that interruption. That's a break. It helps us get creative more. It helps the creative, see what I'm saying? But, we're in a creative mode. The worst thing that can ever happen to you if you're in a creative mode is to have something come along and interrupt you. Unless it's something that's going to inspire the creativity. See? So it's like, if you're in your studio doing something, like let's say maybe writing a song and and writing a song, and then all of a sudden the phone rings, and then next thing you know, you got to go. Well, that interrupts the creative flow right there. Boom. Okay, so you need, if you're, see, really, that's really what it's about today, to this vortices. Because see what happened. Now let me finish. Let me finish, please. I'm so erratic today. Just go back and forth because it's driving me nuts. And I really need to take about 3 months and just leave all of them alone everything their job stuff, and let all that housing project, their small time housing project, go, so that we can concentrate on getting this place together, because this place is important, because without this place, Vortex Space Motor Manufacturing can't happen. Without this place, without being to have some sanctity in my life, okay, then we can't get to Space Cities either, or the Cyborg Project. Because those three projects are like the big, main, super important. See, because the Cyborg Project, let me tell you about that. Oh, because it's soft muscular mode. That particular technology we developed is perfect for the technology that's been developed now, that's come upstream on for the internals, the brain part, the AI stuff that they've developed. So we've got the physical stuff developed. They've got the AI stuff developed. The two together. Well, we got to get to that. We got to get to. Can't do it without a lab or facility, just some place to do it. And I've got the area over there. I've got a fence put up. We're going to be putting in our recycling zone. And I've got a shop over it. It's all just piled full of stuff. So now getting back to the point, what happened? The vortex of yesterday that ended up having the boy half, we call it, okay, so that's Ron, the thing. That's Ron. That's we put the boy half there. Keep it subdued. Keep it tucked. Put up if we when we can get our badge put back. Okay, well, those of you that know me know about that situation. The hysterectomy as a baby, left the boy parts, raised as a boy, blah, blah, discovered being half a girl when I had the boil on my foot in Phoenix, down in Scottsdale Hospital, that shit. When the two nurses came in, that's happened twice in my life in the hospital. We've been in the hospital twice. It's happened twice. Nurse come in, you're half a girl. Yeah, I know I'm a girl with a penis. And should have a vagina too, but they took it when I was a baby, sewed it up, and then we got a hole we use, stretch it in. We stretch in the skin. When it gets an inch and a half, that's when we grin. But anyway, now, so getting on to what happened yesterday. Now, after we go and have the meeting then and calm down, we're back again. So now we're all upset. Brought the boy half out on the surface, and see, there's how this works. See, there's if the boy half comes out, it's either going to come out, it's got to come out as an erection, it's going to come out as the fists and the feet and the hands and the breakage and the anger. See, because it's like that. Because see, like the girl half baby, and Sierra Madre. Okay, look those up. The um, Tibetan deities, Sierra Madre, and Angrid Mainyu. And Angrid Mainyu is the male half, and Sierra Madre is the female half. And Angrid Mainyu is angry because Angrid Mainyu didn't ever want to do it in the first place. Didn't want to move away from the stagnation. Was happy being stopped and still. And that's what, like, we're in this life, because really, Ron didn't want to do it. Ron didn't want to come. That boy half, the part, didn't want to be here in the first place. And so came here, did the job, found the woman, saved her from I hate God, switched her around back into, oh, who's that? It's like, oh, point at Jesus. Oh, that's God. Do you love God? It's like, yeah, okay. Got her switched around out of that hatred she was in. She was in hatred of herself, everybody, and planet. All hatred. Horns are coming out of her head when I met her. She was on the verge when we met. Oh, she tried. We woke up one night to see that was right after I met her. It was like the second night. So I took her right home because she was a street person. Saved her from the street. I took her home, saved her from the street. We were living the boy at the time, being the man, so we could save her. Well, 22 years went by. Well, 21 years went by. About a year, the very last year. Well, see, we had gone through the appendicitis and all that shit, and got lost weight. I mean, had gone through the appendicitis, and then had come out of it, got fat again, and almost died. Okay, and then had lost the weight, and that's when we, back in the in 2011. That's when we realized we had to pull the hair out of our face and start to, because the boy clothes just didn't fit no more. Well, they never really did fit, but they fit after we gained, you know, 30 pounds, 40 pounds obese. At 40 pounds obese, the boy clothes fit fine. You know what I'm saying? Just fill out that middle, and that's it. But I like the way I look now better. I like it the way I've always looked. I like the way we look when we're skinny. But see, we hid that from the world for so many years. Realized we couldn't hide it no more in 2011 because we had lost all the weight, and Karen was going up and down in size, and she put all her skinny clothes away. And we'd gone to Walmart, and and freaking beard, and she goes, she's like in shock, right? Reaction is everything. And it's like she's just shut, like, that looks weird. Of course it does. All bearded ladies look weird. Anyway, there's a saloon here out here called the Bearded Lady Saloon, and they're we went in there. It's a biker bar. We went in there one time just for a second to say, "Hey, just checking in." So we thought about, oh, we've got that IPL thing now that finally came in. That's another one. So here's what's going on. This one in our daily vortices. This is an announcement saying, sometime I think we're going to go ahead and release it. We're going to go ahead and release it. The Masked Man video next Sunday. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do a premiere release on it, and so so what we're going to do, we're going to release the Masked Man parody. It's a parody of the Beatles song, the Tax Man. But this is Masked Man. So it's like, wear your mask, man, and it starts with Wolfman Jack coming in. Hey, here's the Boogaloo situation. You got to wear your mask, man. And so it goes on, through. And then at the end, we put we put some dialogue in there at the end, and we put one of our original instrumental. I mean, well, no, used to be instrumental. How long ago? Gosh dang, see, my brain's. Where's my coffee cup? Oh, it's over there. It's not filled yet. Let me do that. Oh, it is filled. So, Masked Man is waiting to be published, hanging out, already uploaded, just waiting to set a date for the premiere. So we want to set the date. I think we're going to go ahead and do it Sunday because we want to make it a dedication. I want to make it a dedication to dead people, a day of Solace at Sundays, all Sundays, and then because we'll see. Let me go on. Here's why yesterday was so important. It was the first Sunday in August. It's the day, born day, and it's the month she was born in, and the day she passed away. Layered, and it's important to me. Very, very important to me. You see, the whole she passed away every Sunday. See, since then, every Sunday's been somewhat sacred. Sunday was always important. Before that, Sunday's always been an important day. It's the day, Sunday represents the day of decision and the start of things. The deciding to let there be light, if you will, according to the way it's written in some book. Okay? The Big Bang, this is written in another. Either way, the roots of all of existence,
Text message box full.
infinitely lonely, and infinitely bored, infinitely did all things. We say it that way for fun, if you will, whatever. But uh, life is life because life wants to be. And that's the meaning of life, is to live. And if you're not living the life you want to live, you're not living the life. Right, Beans? She's got it. She's got it. If you're not living the life you want to live, you're not living. Oh! Well, you want to get the chair? You want your chair? Huh? No? No. That's the truth. So, if your life is such that it's so much of a vortex that you cannot control it, is that the life you want? If that's the life you want, you're fine with it. Then you deserve it. You need to live it. Live your dream. But personally, we want our vortexes to be in my coffee cup. I'd like to see a vortex. I'd like to see a vortex in my little toy models. Yeah, I'm going to make some of those. Here, this is cool. Did I show you this? We showed you these little tornado, a twister in a bottle. Oh, there's a parody song. Instead of message in a bottle, it's a. Okay, watch. I think you'll be able to see the.
Text message box full. Messages.
Okay, right now, I'm going to just put this in the path of the light, and so what I'm going to do is do this, make the little bubble at top. I'm just going to swirl it, and you'll be able to see the debris start coming up. See it? You can see there's a little floaties coming down, but watch it start coming up. There it is. Touchdown. So, okay, now we're announcing the movie too. We want to make a movie about Pahrump, or feature Pahrump in the movie, I guess. Oh, yeah. See, we're getting off track. I haven't even told you, finished telling you about what happened. So, had Ron come out with the axe and punching that car, punching the walls, punching the door and the walls, and then ultimately that wasn't satisfying enough. Punched a potato, smashed a potato all over the place. Okay, and then And then after smashing the potato, proceeds to throw it across the driveway or throw it out in the driveway. Why? It's because, oh, well, Ron came out again. Because see, after we left that meeting, we were okay, sort of. But see, before the meeting, what happened was before we went to that meeting was as we're coming out, we're trying to go to the neighbor's house to smoke some pot. And I really had been sleeping and I really needed to smoke some pot. And if I would have stopped and smoked pot, I would have said, oh, let's call him and just deal with it on the phone. And you know what? Nothing, it would have not escalated any. But what happened was we're
Text message box full.
right after
Delete old messages.
we go over to the neighbor for a minute and said, tell neighbor, and Sabrina wants to go and she likes to visit over there too because there's 5 dogs and cats, kittens to play with. And she just loves it over there. So we go over there. She goes inside. I tell neighbor, hey, you guys, give me a minute. I've got to go have a meeting. So now, as I'm coming around here over here to just drop off the thing I was going to take to the neighbors for a minute, the container that had the marijuana I wanted to smoke with a minute. So I come to the gate of that place. The thing go unlocking gate. Other neighbor across the way there steps out and he's all happy-go-lucky. He didn't mean nothing by him. He just stops out. Well, see, I throw this dress on because, well, it is my favorite dress, and it is what I had planned on wearing if I did put anything on. So I put it on, not trying to be fancy or nothing. But he comes out and his. Now I'm in a twisted state of mind, and he comes out and he says, "Hey, what are you all dressed up about? Or what are you all dressed up for?" Perfectly innocent question. But because I'm pretty twisted, Ron's out. Ron doesn't think straight. Ron's anger or sex, one or the other. Anger or sex. Oh, come out, nice big erection. That's Ron. Ron would love to be we don't mind Ron coming out like that in the presence of a willing female, some other girl. We love to share Ron with other girls. Okay? But we don't like Ron coming out in the fists and in the feet. Especially on inanimate objects. Now, if some thief comes along with somebody, catch somebody in the act of trying to steal a purse or something, that's another story. We'll get Ron to come out on them because they'll deserve it. As it were, Ron came out on that car, that Hyundai that's full of knuckle marks and dents. And now axe marks because it started getting axe chopped because it ran out of places to dent with knuckles and feet. See, but that's what came out. Ron came out to do that because here's how this happened. Gary,
Screen off.
Mary, screen off. Message from Gary. Anyway, so now the guy across the street, the neighbor who we love dearly across the street, okay, who had come out with his innocent question, gets the wrath, the
Text
verbal
message
wrath
box full.
of
Delete old messages.
of Ron just ranting upset having to go to this meeting. Okay, so now here's what goes on. It's fine. Okay, so we go to the meeting. Okay. Oh, Ron out on the surface, all anger, goes in, slams door. Okay, has confrontation with boss. Okay, confrontation is over. Come back. Okay, Ron goes in. Ronnie leaves. See what I'm saying? So now we're just walking along. I'm just walking along just fine, you know, to me on the surface, and Ron now subdued again. Okay, put away where he belongs, and then as we're walking by, we see neighbor say, "Hey, neighbor," and try to apologize. Sorry about that. They've been try to explain. He says he don't want to hear about it. Oh, and all that does, you know what that does? Boom! Here comes Ron right back out. Next thing you know, Ron. Next thing you know, it's knuckles on the walls again, slamming, bamming shit. Then not satisfying him, smashes potato. Oh, not satisfying him. Then goes out to car, smashes, chops car with axe. It's a good thing it goes to that, you know, because unlike some of these police officers that get a little bit upset and go to extremes and end up shooting people. I gotta mention that. Sorry, it's the truth. The fact is, me, myself, and I, even as who we are in as awesome and whatever who we are in all our grandiosity, okay, am susceptible to
Text message.
bad judgment,
Delete all messages.
susceptible to going overboard, susceptible to allowing our anger to overcome us. But here's the message about it. We all, as a society, need to, me, myself, and I included, need to learn to subdue that. Need to learn to put that angered mind you away. Because the angered mind you is destructive and not productive for our future as a race. How about all of life? Because guess what? If we don't get to space cities, we don't get this done. Guess what? We got 50 years on the planet. This planet won't support life. And there's nowhere else right around here that does. And that will. So we have to do it. That's why I'm asking you, the whole world, everybody, let's get involved, get informed, get involved. Let's get it done. Okay? Let's learn to control our emotions too. Okay? All of us, every one of us. The cops, the criminals. So quit being criminals. You do better if you put your time into productive things. If you need help to figure it out, ask for it. At age 8, ask for help. Please. Because we can't take it no more. I can't take the deaths no more. I hear about them all the time. I hear from neighbors. I hear from the scene on the news all the time. And it hurts. I can't take it. 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 And we want you all to be good. We love you all. We want you to be good. We want you to not hurt each other anymore. We want to not feel anger anymore.
Text message box full.
We want
Delete all
Ron
messages.
to only come out as an erection. Don't want to have the fists double up anymore. Right now, we are in a unique opportunity, the phase of development that we've never been before in this particular quadrant of all of existence, or this quadrant. But this is so big. How about this particular speck of all of existence? Okay, right here, it's been attempted and attempted and attempted. Several big bangs. You know how many gazillions, googleplexes of little wraps around this Earth around the sun equivalency? You know how long that in a period of time that is? Can you even imagine that? I don't think so. But it's been a long time. It's a long time in between each try. It really is. We want this to be the try when we finally succeed here, where it make it in the next step of development of technology to get life that's otherwise gets destroyed and has to restart every time. Tired of restarting. The whole goal is to not have to restart. The goal is not have to have the flesh pass away. So our memories don't have to fade away. So that we get to keep them for eternities and long times. For a long, long, long time. So we don't have to come back in and out and in and out and in and out. Every time we come in, it's a memory loss. There's trauma and it's so slow progressing like that. And we get to that finally place where finally we got CRISPR and the necessary little switches, make the necessary switches in the DNA, then we don't have to see death no more. Okay? That's that simple. Oh, make the necessary switches in the DNA, and then you have to apply the diet, the special diet. It takes a very special diet that goes with its switch in the DNA. Okay, that gives you that. Oh, how about that? Well, see, the DNA switches give us the ability to re-heal, to grow limbs back and shit. See? Imagine this one, about the nightcrawler worm, you know. You cut them in half, they grow, one end grows body, the other end grows the head. Okay, see, so it's like, all right, take me right here, and then bottom half will grow a new bottom half, and then other one will grow a new top half, and then we'll have a partner. In any successful relationships at all, okay, we had the cyber project. I want to call them emotional loves, and see, Karen and I had, we were special relationship. Put it this way: we've not only had, in the process of saving Karen's position in the world, we had many others that we went through as as who became, and they were like relationships, whatever we did, whatever was necessary to help them along in their world, to bring them to a place where they were stable again. Okay, so or where their mind changed, the mentality changed from some, destructive mentality to some productive mentality. There's been lots of relationships like that came along. And Karen was just one of them, and we married her. That was part of the program to save her. She had to have a husband. So in the process of that, through time and turnabout, we met this one Faith, and it's who we got into. She got us into the anagrams and stuff, and started playing with anagrams. That's where we realized our name was 2/3 of the alphabet, 2/3 of the English alphabet. So, but whatever we call these robots, the robots are designed with. Do I have a model of it? I need to make some more models. But basically, it's a servo. Well, I showed you on my here on this channel. There are videos where I've got that little thing embedded in there somewhere, showing the. I've got a little model that I made that just represents a femur. I mean, not a femur, but I mean a humerus and a ulnar, where the bicep connects. And it just shows, all it does is just flex the bicep as the thing moves. But it shows the hollow, and in essence, basically, it's a pneumatic system. That's all. It uses balloons. It uses a fascia, like the muscles have a fascia around it, so basically it's just copied that biomimicry, and the fascia of the muscle is the containment for the saccula, which contains the air, which either inflate or deflate according to whether we want the muscle to flex or not flex. So flexed muscles are inflated, and non-flexed muscles, relaxed, are deflated. or a vacuum sucked in them is the way it works. And the system works with basically it exchanges the 14.5 psi air pressure that we have, or maybe a little less at this altitude. We'll call it 14 to 15 ps. Well, we'll call it 14 to 14.7 psi is about how it goes. So 13.5 to 14.7 psi. Well, whatever altitude it's at, it takes that pressure and exchanges it for a vacuum on the interior. It's really tricky, cool technology. We'll be laying it out soon. Um, I have the whiteboard with the erased markers. I finally got the dry erase markers down so we can set it up and I can show you all this. Everything we're talking about. And we got a box. We've finally compiled all of the experiments that we've done up to point to get us to the eureka moment for the G units. That will be the unit, the product, the main product of the Vortex Space Motor Manufacturing Company. We have no models for Space City yet. Space City is plural. Well, we do. We have some models. Here. Oh, you want to see Space City? Here. There. That's what it'll look like. That. About like that. And it'll rotate like this. See, that's pretty simple. It'll look about like that, and it'll rotate like this. See, there's Space City. That's pretty easy, right? So, there's some companies already. There's some companies that are doing space stations that are space habitats. Research projects. The research projects are super important because it's the preliminary work, actually. Just like all the work on all the cyborgs that have been up to date, where they've been using the standard servo technology to being operated by the computers, and the computers they developed are necessary for that part. Just simply waiting for we were just simply waiting for that. For my technology was on hold, waiting for them. Okay, so now I'm introducing my technology. So now, same thing with space cities. Okay, it's kind of on hold, not really on hold. We're going to start. We're going to start the necessary R&D to arrive at the technology to arrive at space cities. Okay. Now, but see, understand, it's a 30-year project. It ain't going to happen in 5 years. Now, the Vortex Space Motor Manufacturing, we got a 5-year program. We'd like to be flying in 5 years. At least in 5 years, we want to have the bike that we can get on and fly to Walmart from here. See what I'm saying? That we can fly around in the inner atmosphere. So now that brings us to the next part of our thing that we want to introduce to is is the production of the movie. Let's get back to that. The movie is actually a means by which we get to introduce these technologies to the public by um, uh, basically making a movie about twisters, because the G units, which I refer to the whole thing as a G unit, because G stands for Galileo, stands for
Text
gravity,
message box full.
stands
Delete
for
all
our
messages.
neighbor across the street, who Gina, okay, who's uh, been on here before with me, and it stands for it stands for Galt, because it's kind of metaphorical in that book and all that too. Just that's besides the point. The important thing is the thing is this how it works, and um, um, the movie's a platform to get you introduce these things. Is what we call maybe pre-market and awareness program. If you will. Ultimately, see the plan is to use these technologies as we develop them to develop more. And really, personally, me, myself, and I, you know, we got our happiness, little happy life. We don't need a bunch of money. Don't really want the bunch of money for myself. I want the money to set up in nested loops and reinvestment programs and have them just keep rolling over like
Screen off.
DuPont did. Okay, early on, before DuPont was ever famous, the old man DuPont. That's how he started it. Okay, it's all principles of all put together, applied applied principles by like Dale Carnegie and so on. Financial principles, the same principles we used. Well, how about this? You know who we are? Let's just let you know who we are. We were in Phoenix when it happened. The owner, the old man, the
Text
original
message box
founder
full.
of
Delete
Murray
old
Bicycles,
messages.
comes sees us with our
Text
little
message
homemade
box full.
our
Delete old messages.
our mountain bike. We call it a mountain bike. You know the name mountain bike came from yours truly. The concept of it came from yours truly. The original mountain bike came out of a shop. You'll see if you look it up on the internet. It says that the story of it is there's some underlying stories that aren't told. One of them is that fact the Baja Murray Baja, okay, was marketed through Montgomery Ward's was the one that we named to be the one. Say that was the heavy duty unbreakable steel frame. You know, oh, it was heavy. You had to be a brute to ride that bike. Called the Baja. Yeah, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. It was meant to be not broken, easy breakable. We were really rough on bikes. That's why. So um, the way it worked financially was the old man Murray did his job perfectly, because see the way it worked was
Screen off.
and my mom had the contracts. The contracts are long gone. All of that story is all the a lot of that is all just, well, there's proof of it this way is how it come to be. Was be in the process of drawing up the contracts. Our cut, okay, was to be put in a trust. Okay, now in the process of our cut being put in a trust, well, there was to be a percentage of our cut reinvested, okay, into the radio station. Yeah, because it was, well, we wanted an easy listening radio station to
Text
listen
message
to
box
when
full.
we come
Delete
back,
old
live
messages.
from Phoenix back to Vegas, because we had planned on leaving Phoenix. Still, even early on, we hadn't planned on staying there. Didn't like the town. Can't sleep at night, and trying to sleep in an apartment hearing gunshots. Last night reminded me of it. Oh, the fire! Somebody shooting off fireworks and the illegal fireworks out of in the tractor supply parking lot over there. Kept me awake with fireworks. Reminded me of sleeping nights in Phoenix where you hear gunshots. Every 15 minutes, a pow, somebody getting shot or somebody shooting a gun. Hate that shit. To the mountain bike. Well, ultimately, K KXTZ radio, and then the other one for my little brother because we kind of felt bad. We owed something to him because it
Stream
was
off.
my hardball and I was being raised as a little boy. Okay, that it was my hardball that I threw. My mom had just bought me a hardball, you know. So we throw it. Okay, and it goes way pot hot. It goes way up a pot fly. Okay, and my little brother just happens to be running across the way, and he gets popped right on the head. Pow! Anyway, he turns into a baseball freak. Okay, his hero was Fernando Valenzuela, but in his honor, we did the all sports channel.
Text
Okay,
message box full.
KATZ
Delete
Sports.
messages.
Ultimately, so so percentage was to go back in that, and the way it worked out was my percentage of each of those was to go back in the trust also. See, and out of that, the percentage, same cut percentage, was to fold back into reinvestment back into all three businesses. Before it was over, but by the time the old man died and the kids took over, and then filed bankruptcy and formulated it as Murray, Ohio Manufacturing. Oh, I had a crash. I was in Phoenix still. Crashed the bicycle. I'm going on the canals, riding the canals, heading. Don't even remember yet. Heading somewhere, and smashed my head and ended up with amnesia. And the memories didn't start coming back till years later. Was on the coast of California. Somebody comes by and says, "Oh, you're the one of the bicycle person." That's when the memories started coming back. And it took years. But by then, the old man died. The kids had taken over for Murray, Ohio Manufacturing, and had destroyed my fortune. And it was a
Stream
vast,
off.
vast, vast fortune. Gone. Up in flames, or just gone in just like the thumbnail we put, the fire vortices we put in the thumbnail. Just like that, gone. When will our day come? And see, we don't even want it for ourselves. I don't even fucking need any money. We're figured we got junk. Well, everything we got in this place came from junk. And we have a bunch more junk to convert yet.
Text message box full. Delete old
We don't
messages.
even personally need any money, but we need millions of dollars for Space City. Okay, gonna need some 3D printers to develop the G units. Okay, gonna need some money for that. Gonna need some money to buy some materials. We are gonna need some money. Okay, but we will all go back into the development of these things. Why? Oh, guess what? The G units, they're going to be the revolutionary thing. It's the reinvention of the wheel. Okay, it lets you put one on each corner of your car. Oh, the bike's going to have two. Why? It's only going to need two because counter torque is taken up in extraction. The counter torque of the acceleration is taken up in extraction, but it's done at two different angles. That's why it works. Because we were able to, well, Schrodinger equation is what gave us the idea how to do it. These at change spin angle at Coriolis worth the material. When it arrives at linear momentum, we can change the spin angle and extract the material. Well, at linear momentum too, we can also extract we get back some of
Stream
the
off.
energy it took to accelerate the material by inducing EMF off of it and taking advantage of the frame drag that after the materials accelerated in one angle and let out in another, and it has orders of magnitude of relative mass, and we get that back in the other angle and extract it as motion. That's how it works. Sounds makes, this way, then that way. Just like the tornado. Harnessing the power of a
Text message
tornado
box full. Delete old
to
messages.
generate artificial gravity in a fashion like though as to be anti-gravity. I need to streamline that whole thing. That's a sales pitch waiting to happen. I need to streamline it. It'd be nice if I had some other people that want to make some money because, see, it gets some people to come in on spec and help bring this together and bring some hands in other hands besides these two hands. And you get two more hands, you get that much more done. Okay? Come in on spec, and it's a slice of the pie at the end. See what I'm saying? As the money comes down the pike, there's a slice of the pie to be had. It's a simple equation. Here's the deal. I barely have time right now to invest in any of that stuff. Barely have time to invest in just simply getting this place, which is my life and livelihood, my domain for my life and livelihood, together in a livable fashion. So it's halfway comfortable.
Screen off.
So we got one more pad to fill. Okay? And then we can have some time to work on stuff. See how that's gonna go. Anyway, I think it's time. It's 8:44. It's time to end this stream and go on about taking care. It's Monday morning. I got stuff. The stuff that we're gonna be doing that's the planning on in the first place to go do.
Text message box full. Delete old messages.
So we have that to go do. So just think about what I gotta go do to get my head together on the path we have to follow here. Okay. So first, go drop off mop bucket and broom. And yeah. Oh, we haven't found the mop for the mop bucket yet. Where did the mops go? So, but we got to drop off the mop bucket. So because over there at the unit we just converted, it's ready to be cleaned up almost. With a couple last little things to do there, and drop off bucket, and then come back, grab
Screen off.
materials for floor. Take those over, stock that job in so the floor can be done, so the guy that's gonna install the floor can get in there and do it. Oh, while over there, pull the fixture from the roof, from the fixture that the light fixture. The light fixture that they tore apart, that needs to come down so we can match it up. And what else? Oh yeah. Since we got to go, then we'll go over, grab key to the room, that other unit that's almost done. Open it up and get a piece. So find something that's got a sample of that paint on there, so we can take it to match up the paint. So we can get ready to do paint in the other room, in the next unit, and then
Screen lock.
and then go back over. Oh well, I can go have meeting, get money, get keys, get vehicle, go get chip, and then go get stuff. That worked that way too.
Text message box full. Delete old messages.
I told you to shut up.
Cancel. Home.
There you go. I'm not ready to start yet. Oh.
Screen lock.
Yeah. So Ow. Mm. I feel like playing some bongos for a minute. Okay. That's a weird sound. All right, anyway. You know what we haven't done in a while? That too. We're going to get back into that. We have yet to be, well, see, it's about having time. You know, if you're just all so busy with other shit, you got to have time for stuff, you know? Everybody needs time to do stuff, time to just read. The book is over there. They're stacked, one on top of the other. The latest reads I've been able to pick them up in weeks. Haven't had the mental fortitude to even think because it's just been swamped and brain fogged by thousands of fucking deeds. I don't like it. We have thousands of deeds we have to tend to ourselves. We don't need everybody else's thousands of deeds. Anyway, it'll change. We get this. We've only had 2 units. We got one more pad to fill, and we have this conversion we're doing. It used to be it used to be the beauty shop here in Pahrump, and it was a laundromat for a while. As a matter of fact, you know, anyway, then they tried it as a dog room. Anyway, this place right over here now an apartment, and it's rented already. It was rented before we ever had it finished. That's how these places go. They just can't 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 poor people a roof. This one, Lorraine, right here, from the guy we're talking about. This was a rent to own, and we rented it, and she died, and we still rented it, worked our asses off till we finally got subsidized, and then we paid it off, and we own it. This little humble place. Now, I want to make an announcement. I want to make a point too. You know that there's a lot of people out there in the world that think that I'm filthy rich. And the fact is no. We could have been if Murray, if the kids, if that situation had worked out. And then there was bunches of others came down the pike and stuff we walked away from that could have turned into a fortune. But no. I'll tell you how we're rich. We're rich here. Brains, knowledge. That's the real wealth. In case you didn't know. Don't let anybody. Oh, we still have this reverb on from the drums. Hold on. Don't let anybody fool you into believing anything else. The real superhuman power and the real wealth is knowledge. You take strength and knowledge. You take mental fortitude.
Text message box full.
I told you to shut up.
Cancel.
Every time a text message comes in, it does that. Anyway, so yeah. So yeah, we're super rich when it comes to knowledge. Only because really you have to work for it. There's nothing that's free. Nothing, absolutely nothing comes to you for free. Okay. We remember we remember all the way back since before we came. We remember long ago, long time ago. It's only the way is backwards, basically. Okay, but it's all about discovering. It's all about discovering it all through the wealth of knowledge. Through the wealth of knowledge, we found all the secrets to the universe, but only through busting our ass. Okay, reading. You gotta read. You gotta pay attention. Well, remember, you can watch movies, but you gotta pay attention. That's what you gotta pay for. The tuition is attention. Podcast today, our daily vortices, our installment for 2020, August 3rd, Monday morning. And this, how'd that go? That TV show ended like that. I can't remember. But yeah. Oh, that was that. And this was the rest of it. And that was the rest of the story or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, maybe we don't want to wait all the way till Sunday to release the Mask Man video. See, because I want to do it on a Sunday because Sunday's our tribute day to the dead, our honoring the dead, and we want to we want it to be on a Sunday. We had it ready to release, but we want people to wanted to announce it. So now it's announced because so it's ready to release, and now we have to decide on a release date, and then we want to set it up, release it as a premiere, so that okay, so let's decide right now what date. Let's decide. Is it going to be Sunday next week? We're going to wait a whole week, and we're going to talk about it all week, and we're going to tell everybody about it all week. Go ahead and set it, pre-schedule it as a premiere. Okay. Yeah. I'll pick a time and a date right now. Before we go bye-bye to our deeds, to go out there to face the world. Before we go out to face the world. Look, we got saggy skin. Looking at this typical old people. That's from being fat. If you never get fat in your life, you never have that. You know that? Just let you know. See that flabby skin down there. In time, with our diet we use and the whole process of our getting younger through age, that will fade away. That stuff will all go away, including the fat cells and the stretched out skin. The one thing we're going to need help with is getting our put done our replace my badge on me. There it is. There's the word. The procedure. Replace my badge on me. Replace my badge in me. Replace my badge in me. Anyway, yeah, and then so that whole set of procedures, we want to map that out on paper for the surgeon. We don't want nothing going wrong there, of course. We have special plans for him. See, we want to keep him the size he is and all that. We want to keep him there, but we want to take him from him. Well, it's already been a little emasculated, good morning. Okay, well, we're getting it together. Going to be heading over there in a minute. All right, we'll see you in a bit. All right, bye. Guess who? The boss, partner, boss, whatever you want to call it. Partner, because it's like going in it for the sweat equity. You got to call it a partner. Anyway, so what was I saying? She interrupted. It's what happens. It's been happening to me is my important thoughts get interrupted, get waylaid because of interruptions, and then I can't get back to what in the hell was it? What I've been thinking about. Give me a second. I'll get it. Need my nose fixed. Oh, we were telling you about our procedure with one. We never get the time to even complete telling anybody about that. Which, even people that ask the question would start before we're done. That something comes up that we never get to finish it. We're going to have to map it out on paper, complete instruction, step A to Z instruction kit, instruction manual for the procedures we want. So we're physiologists, and well, okay. A lot of the words, dialogue, we have to look up. Okay, see, that's part of the root. You understand something? Let me share. The root of our knowledge. Why we know so much is because of some magic thing called references. Okay, and see, early on, at Comdex and stuff, we were there in a lot of conversations, a lot of off-board conversation. I mean, out what we call out of the boardroom conversations, stuff. Make sure that we had this internet thing we call a wonderful thing. Thank you for joining me on the internet, on my little special program that I can have because we have the internet and we have YouTube, the invention of YouTube, the most wonderful thing that ever happened for people that want to create and be a creative and be out in public and be a public figure and be out in public eye and go, here, look at me, I can play the guitar, look at me, I can sing and dance, or look at me, I'm an actor, or look at me, I invented this, or look at this, I want to promote this because I invented it, and here we are, okay, the Renaissance person of the ages here with all of it going, look at me, we helped bring all of this about. Thank you very much for being out there. Oh yeah, and by the way, thank you for wearing a mask in public. Okay. I think what we ought to do, it's so important. That video is so important. I don't think we should wait till next Sunday. That's the thing about it. I think we should just go ahead and release it now. Right now, on this broadcast, right now, just open up another page. Open up another another tab, and open up it and just go boom and stick it out there right now. Before I end this broadcast, we should publish it, because it's so important. It's really important. Let me see what this is talking about. This is empty again. I can make another one. While you're here with us, because it is that important, and we're just going to promote the heck out of it, okay? The Wear Your Mask Man video. Yes, okay. Yeah. Because the Sunday was all about taking care of some other business besides their jobs. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. chair there. You're gonna have to look at my ugly mug for a minute. Maybe we could help you out. You're gonna have to look at my. You're gonna have to look at me. Okay, so now this is dirty. Yeah. Okay. So that so much for that idea. All right, so now let's get another tab right over here, and then let's take this tab here, and then I'll just we're gonna open up YouTube Studio. How about that? What's that look like? Okay, so while that opens up, still waiting on it. You know. Asshole. My asshole. It's about if you're going to take a urine to pee every time I go to take a leak. Not every time, most of the time. This asshole, such an asshole, wants to get involved. Whew. Even if there's nothing there, like trying to poop a turd without a turd. It's just part of my physiology. I can't help it. That's how it happens. Okay, that feels better. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to disrupt our flow, but you know how that goes. You know, I asshole is such an asshole. Every time I pee, my asshole wants to get involved with me. It's a sexual thing. It's part of my physiology, like I said, you know. Being an intersex, but hermaphroditic, you know, having both parts and you know, we have both. It's like having two people in you that run at the same time. And it's hard. It's really hard to explain. So hard to explain. But to help the world, we do that. We separate the the boy half and the girl half, and the girl half has every feeling that a girl would have, and the boy half operates from lust or anger. Sorry, it's just how it works. That song, you know, no one knows what it's like. That song, that's him. But whatever, that's what makes us tick. And here's the thing: we do have one reserve. That's why we. That's why we pick on the inanimate objects. When yeah, let's say when he comes out, he goes for the inanimate objects because and and never picks on anybody's stuff that's not owned. That you know. There's a reserve there. But that part of the reserve, I think, is because we got just that much control to rein that anger in, you know. And we have to, usually the way it works is we rein that anger in and we have to go do something release. We just have to, you know, pound it off. Like the monkeys, the bonobo, I guess it's, I remember the bonobo monkeys, yeah? No, the ones that do not, you know, that that make love to each other instead of fighting, you know, that that I contend always have that moved in, took over the garden. I mean, when Adam and Eve moved out. Anyway, so besides all that, so now let's get into our let's get this up here. Beans. It's not going so easy. Okay, well, because it's going to be slow because we're streaming, and now the stream's going to be kind of jerky. So, hang in there with us. Okay, here it comes. All right, here we go. All right, getting ready to. We're going to go. First, let's edit the details a little bit. Details. I need to add something to details. I'll meet you on channel C. All right, here. So now, and say the Beatles recorded a song named Taxman. This is a karaoke parody of the song, in tune with the times. Um, notes. That's what I'll do is go notes. Capitals NOTES, and then notes. Okay, the notes we want to put down here is this work. This work. It's completed. This work was completed on the first Sunday we were going too late. Oh, we don't need to put that in there here. Let's take all that back out. Okay. Here, we don't need to put that in here. Let's see. This work is dedicated to all this video, this work is dedicated to all the people who have passed on. Period. Comma. Space. MAYTAE. All rest in peace. Period. Okay. Okay. We'll go ahead and change the visibility now. Okay, we'll just change it right to public right now, and we'll go public as we hit the button. Okay. Save. Public. Okay. Well, why is it not switching? Public. And then hit the button. Save. Okay, we gotta save it first. Okay. And I I'm like, get back to the monitor. I'm like, I just realized what am I looking like. It really get ugly. Okay, so it won't. Why won't it go public? Oh, here, done. That's what I'm not doing. Done. There it is. Public. There it is. Now save it. Okay. Duh. You have to remember how to run the stupid page. Okay. Or stupid me has to remember how to run the page. It should word it properly. Okay. There we go. Now, I should be able to go back to the channel videos, and it should be there as public. Should be able to open up a whole new public page, and it'll be there. And then we confirm. Then we'll have done that, and then what we do is we're going to change our clothes and then say goodbye. Public. There it is. All right, let's see it. Let's close this page and open it up as a viewer page. Here. Boom. Okay, right here. Regular YouTube viewer page. Boom. Watch your page. Let's see it. See it. We should see our live stream and that. Here it is. The thumbnail got crunched. Darn it. Well, that means I got to remake the thumbnail. Darn it, darn it. I don't have time now. It's going to have to fly for today. Okay?
Text message box full.
Okay. Anyway, so we close that. Okay. And we'll close this. We're going to say goodbye. All right. Oh, yeah. Well, you guys got this. You got it. Now, what we're going to do before, we got one thing to do. You know what? Let's do that right now. That's what we didn't do. Go back and get it. Let's share it out to Facebook and Twitter right now. We'll just put wear a mask, man. That's the working shorts right here. Man, underarms stink. Go wash them. So, yeah, let's go right here. Let's open this page. Transferring your nose. Okay, wait.
Let me tell you about the weather situation. Got to wear a mask.
Text message box full.
You know what? We're gonna like our own video. Yeah, you're the masked man. The difference you make is not small. Mask for one and all. You're the masked man. Yeah, oh, you're the masked man. Yeah, okay. Anyway. I'm not sending direct feed, that's already. We don't have to watch the whole thing. All right, there it is. My Facebook page, which is in the name my parents gave me. How about that one still? I kept it. The boy's name is an entity, a legal entity.
Screen off.
Use a mask, man. Okay, we're gonna share it. Boom. Now Facebook. on to Twitter. Okay.
Text
See who
message
pops up.
box
I was
full.
like, it's
Delete
Britney
old
Spears for a
messages.
long time. And then it was Yoko Ono. Let's see who's coming up. Come on, there it is. Wolf says, Wolfman Jack says,
Screen off.
I guess that's right. It looks spelled. Space, extra space. Here we go. Wolfman Jack said, I knew it was wrong. Oh, let me put quotes. Space. Quotes. Quote back here.
Text message box full. Delete old messages.
Oh, the quote don't go there. Okay, there it is. So I got Wolfman Jack, comma, space, quote mark, use a space, a title, Masked Man, then URL, space, quote marks. There, that'll work. Tweet that. Use a Masked Man. Yeah, use a Masked Man. There it is. Your tweet was sent. View it. Okay. All right. Anyway, Brian Monahan, Jim Kramer comes up. It's not spending a fortune to buy ARM holdings. Who wants to buy ARM holdings? Oh, people. Lots of